27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Happy holidays and welcome to episode 25 of Connection Interruption. It's your boy, DJ Tay Boogie, and today we are so thankful, but I can't be thankful by myself. I got to bring my brother from another mother in, Touch Artist, a.k.a. Ryan. What's good, my brother?
What is up? How goes it?
Man, slow motion in the ocean, still like the river, quiet like the forest with no trees.
Mm-hmm.
That's good riddle for today.
Yeah, that's good.
Man, what's good, man?
Oh man, it's been a busy week. I feel like every time there's a holiday and we have something going on the show, like I'm always trying to rush to get caught up and ready to go. So just a busy week with not having to work tomorrow, trying to squeeze a lot of that stuff into one less day. But I am working on Friday, so I'll be back at it. But having tomorrow off is going to be interesting because there's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, always like holidays are always crazy. But what's going on with you,
man? I guess this week was a slow week for me. I got one more therapy session, then I'm free. Yes. Really been getting into the gaming side. I streamed on the 12th and the 21st and the 23rd. So The thing is, I've been on a losing streak in Madden and 2K.
In both games?
Yeah, man. Like I had a 10-game winning streak, and then turn around and been losing ever since. It was so bad. One of my friends was in the chat on the channel when I was streaming live. Team Fresh. And he said I was dumpster juice.
Man,
I was that bad.
It sounds like he might be right based on what you're telling us.
Yeah, I was dumpster juice. And like two of the guys I was playing, they actually added me because like I'm not a bad player. I just had a real off day, I would say.
Yeah. They were like, I'm gonna add this fool, see if he'll play me again so I can get another win. That's what it.
Yeah, man. I don't like doing the losses, man.
I get it. Yeah, I used to, when I'd go through those spurts, be like, all right, I'm done with this stupid game. Like just always like, oh, I'm done with it. But then I always wound up going back.
Yeah, it was funny, man. It was very hilarious because like stuff I wouldn't normally let get by.
Yeah.
They was killing me with it. And then it's like in basketball, I couldn't make a jump shot to save my life. So
I've still yet to figure out that mechanic. Like I've played I guess the thumbstick mechanic. I know you can switch it, but I can't get it.
But with the stick, it's really about timing. And then it's like it's so realistic with 2K. It's like if you don't know your player's shot, and you don't practice before the game, you're not going to make nothing. And I was playing with, I played with Brooklyn. Then I turned around and played with the Lakers. Only thing I could do was layups and dunks. And I was missing half my layups. It was terrible, man. It was terrible.
Yeah. So what else are you playing?
Assassin's Creed Origins. I just wanted to play something different. The Assassin's Creed, yeah, I like that. The Bad
Look at
Wolf
that
of
new.
Bad Wolf of Gaming Street. Yeah, I was playing Assassin's Creed just to do something different. And I like games that make you think. And Assassin's Creed is one of those games. So I was playing that, but I definitely got to jump back on my Madden 2K. So my next stream, I'm not so sucky.
Yeah, I mean it happens. We all go through those spurts, right? Like I see it quite a bit. Like I go through them. Like even with some of the games I've been playing lately, I'm like, what am I doing? But I mean, I played a ton on the Switch this week, like, and then I did some Xbox gaming as well. But I opened up my my realm back in Minecraft, so I got sucked back into the creative mode in Minecraft. So we'll see how that plays out. Mario 3D World again for a little bit. That the Bowser expansion, that they added to the Switch version is really fun. So I've been playing through that still. Hot Wheels, Cruise and Blast, Forza Horizon 5. So I was on like a racing kick there. And then I finally got into the Halo Infinite multiplayer.
How was it?
It's so good. I'm so bad, but it's so good. Like it's just so well done. I cannot complain at all about it right now. Like there may be a few things like here and there. Like I think the leveling system takes forever.
Right.
But it does feel rewarding once you level up because it's like, okay, finally. And then I played Death's Door on Switch for a little bit. I have it on, it was part of Game Pass. And I played it for a little bit on Xbox back when it first came out. But they released it on Switch and PS5 and 4, I think. I downloaded NHL, which I have yet to play. And I played about 10 minutes of Call of Duty.
What's your verdict on Call of Duty?
I played about 10 minutes. So what's that tell you? No, so we know I'm not very good at shooters, like in general, like competitively. Like I enjoy the story modes. I usually put it on baby mode, but that baby mode like is just not kind of where it's at right now. I figure I'll have some time tomorrow morning to sit down and really play it.
Right.
That will probably allow me to get into the story a little bit and feel a little bit more comfortable with it. How do I word this without sounding like I'm just trashing the game? It feels rushed. It feels like they could have taken time off and waited.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if it's because Halo took the time off. Like Halo took the year off and got it right as far as the multiplayer goes. Like they delayed the release, right, for a year.
Right.
It makes me question if Call of Duty should have done something similar. I'm not saying it's terrible. I just think that like, this is gonna ruffle your feathers. I don't think games need a full yearly release. I don't think that sports games need them at this point. I don't think that shooters need them at this point. I'm a proponent here. Now, hear me out, because I know you're about to be like, but give me a $20 to $25 roster update. Okay. And then take your 2 years to develop the new game and put new stuff in it. And then give me a finished product. Call of Duty could do something very, very similar. They could release now. Get back to the season pass stuff, right? Give me 4 series of map packs.
Right.
Spread that out over the course of 2 years, even. Like, make it a season pass. Make it, I don't know, $19.99. Give me 2 in this year. Give me 2 in the next year. And then give me a new game in 2 years for full retail. And still throw in all your little cosmetic things and whatever, like, and you still make the money.
All right, so I agree, and then I disagree. On shooters, yeah, you could do that. I say with Madden, I wouldn't do that because that kind of breaks the tradition.
Care. Tradition can go, like, as much as we're talking about being thankful and the Thanksgiving tradition on this episode today, right. I'm telling you that tradition can see ya because they're not giving me enough year to year. They're not making enough changes.
But, well, like, in the story mode for Madden, they did. But as far as the actual gameplay,
you're telling me you're paying $60 to play that story mode? Come on.
I play the story mode every year. No, that's one thing I do.
I do too. It's not $60 worth of story mode.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. And
or 70 on next gen, or 99 or 89 or whatever if you're paying for the cross gen bundles. Like if you have an Xbox One and you have a Series X and you wanted to play it on both, you have to pay like an extra 20 bucks.
Yeah, so
it's not worth that.
As far as the actual gameplay with Madden, as far as like what you can do and stuff, as far as like on the field, yeah, they need to improve on that. So if they could take a year off to improve that aspect of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, like, give it a year and give me some new features, give me some new visuals, make it to where I don't hear the same commentary every single time that somebody gets a first down. Like, give me a break. Like, and they had done a good job up till they changed the commentators.
Yeah.
Right? We had finally had enough recorded audio that it was, I'm not hearing the same thing in every single game. Like some of the stuff you're going to, like first down rate, whatever. Like, but now I feel like each game is this almost the exact same commentary. And I know that like Madden lovers are going to be like, what? I just want to see, and I don't know if it's because there's no competition, so they've got nothing to really like push themselves at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's it.
Even with 2K and Madden, they really have no competition right now.
Right.
So that's why I was praying that they brought NBA Live and college football back.
Like, well, that's kind of what surprises me. Like, so I play a lot of FIFA, as you know, like traditionally. This year I haven't played a ton. But year in and year out, I've played a lot of FIFA. So like if you go look at my 20th anniversary celebration thing for Xbox and it tells you which games I've played the most, like I've played more FIFA than any other game that I've played, like year in and year out. Like if I log in and look at this museum.xbox.com thing and I put in my gamer tag, it will show you like what I've played the most of. Okay. That just for me is surprising because I'm like, all right, I knew I played a lot of FIFA, but like, this is like next level. You've played a lot of FIFA. Like, you know, I don't expect it to be like I when I logged in the first time, I was like, okay, so you can kind of see like your own stuff. Right.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, so I've played a total, and then, now this isn't completely accurate because it does say that I didn't own an original Xbox, and I did. But based on what this shows, and I'm going to share my screen here just so everybody can kind of see this Chrome tab of what's going on in the museum. But it says I've played 887 games, right?
That's a lot of games.
Like total achievements over almost 4,000, right? Number of rare achievements over 1,000. It says that my first console was that, but like Arena Football was one of the first games that I played, which is true. Most multiplayer minutes in FIFA 13, which I get, right? Then per console, it says like Arena Football was on the 360, was the first game I played. I don't think that's right. But this is where it gets interesting. Most played in each year. FIFA, Rocket League. Okay. As someone who plays a ton of FIFA and still doesn't think that they do enough in that game to change it, I'm getting to the point I may not buy it next year. Straight up. Like, if they don't give me some little nugget like that makes it new and different and fresh, I'll hold off.
What can they add to the game to make it?
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, when they added the street soccer thing, that was pretty cool. Like, if they were like, hey, we're going to put in a whole indoor mode, like where you can play indoor soccer with the walls, and they have like an indoor team, like an indoor arena, and you can play online against people in indoor. Right. I know they kind of have that in the Volta mode, but I want to play like regular indoor soccer without all the little trick shots and all that stuff. Like, let me play that. Do something different. I don't care. Like, it doesn't have to be something huge, but you can't just hit me with a roster update and then more Ultimate Team and think I'm going to bite at this point. Like, I held off on NHL, and NHL on that list on Museum, if you saw, NHL was one of the ones that was not a FIFA title that was in that mix of games that I played a lot, right? I held out on NHL this year until it was on sale. So NHL 10 was one of my top 5 most played games. And so was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. But, like, those are games that I'm like, meh. Like, you got to give me something. So this year NHL was like, is $70, right? For the, or 80 for the dual console version. No chance. No way. They just don't, like, they didn't do enough between last year and this year, but this is the first one that's really for Series X and S. Like, that had the actual, like, next gen stuff.
Right.
But it was already on sale this week for $40.
See, now you about to make me go to GameStop.
$40.
Yeah, man.
Like, and that's the digital. You don't even have to leave the freaking house, bro. Like, you didn't have to leave the house and you can get it for $40.
I think I'm addicted to going to stores, though.
I get it. So you are with games like I am with collectibles. We've kind of determined this, right? Like, you want that physical copy in your hand, right?
Yeah.
I want this.
Hey,
like,
you know what?
Like,
even with the collectibles, I am.
Well, I know you've got some, and I've been rubbing off on you a little bit.
Yeah, like, that's what I was about to say.
But like these are stupid. And I'm like, gotta have that one. Gotta have that one. Gotta have Master Chief, because if I'm gonna be honest, Master Chief is like the shooter for me. Like, Gears and Halo are my shooters. They just are. Even though that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was on my top of most games, like most played, it was just because I was playing with buddies, right? Like, I had reason, like, I'm playing with my friends. And I know that you do a lot of that with NBA, right? Like, you play with your friends. Like,
well, they avoid me on 2K because I'm dumpster juice. But man, we get some games,
like, but that's it. Like, you're playing the, like, when you talk about playing multiplayer, like, it's mainly like, hey, what are my friends playing, or what are we gonna play, or whatever. Right. But I don't see enough in the sports games right now to be like, hey, next year I'm definitely getting Madden. Like, I bought it on launch this year, and I was like, I played a couple games, and I went, oh, okay. Like, and now it's on sale for like $40. Like, they're already on sale, so it's like, dude, just hold out. And I know you like a good bargain.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I usually get Madden the day it drops. I waited a week. And then it's like with 2K, I didn't grab that until people were asking me was I playing.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel it's like the excitement of it dropping is not there anymore.
Right. Well, like, I mean, I don't know. They've got so many games that are on this backwards compatibility thing, like with the 20th anniversary of Xbox. And we're kind of crossing over into our news portion here of the show, but like,
yep.
with them adding 76 games to the backwards compatibility list, do we care? Like, does that, like, I don't know, does that, like, fluff your pillow? Does it get you going? Like,
No.
are you like, okay, I'm going to go back and play all these old games?
But this thing, though, okay, you go back and play the old games, but is the graphics better? It's something
Some of
new?
them are. Some of them have that new frame rate boost that they've added, which is cool. But like most of them, no, like it's not a difference. Like it's just not a thing. So, I'm put this article out from Polygon in the chat, but like, so if somebody comes in, they can take a look, but there's literally like, there's nothing to what I'm looking at with that game. And it's very similar to what I'm talking about with the sports games. Like, cool. Now we have all these new games that are backwards compatible, but unless it's something that I just like played the absolute crap out of, like they just don't catch my attention. And there's a huge list. Like it's a very, very good list of games that they put on that list, like added on.
Hey,
but
I definitely feel that. I'm gonna tell you this. So like, cause like all my games sit like right below me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm ashamed to say that maybe 25% of them are still in the plastic.
Well, that happened with me a ton, which is why I quit doing it. Like, and that's why like I quit looking at the Black Friday sales for the most part, like with the exception of what we're doing for the show. Like, hey, there's this or that. This is going to be on sale, or this is on sale, or that's on sale. Or if it's like a game that I've played and I'm like, yeah, I'm digging this.
Right.
Like no way Cruis'n Blast was worth full price. No chance. Like there's zero chance that game's worth $40.
Well, we're not dissing them, just in case they're watching. No diss. No diss.
I'm straight up dissing them. I'm looking right at the camera right now. I wanted that game to be so good because I loved Cruis'n USA. I loved Cruis'n World. I wanted that throwback, right? Like I was like, man, hit me with that throwback. Get me that game. Like, please. Right? And I'm like, and it got, mind you, 7 out of 10 from IGN.
That's not bad.
Okay. There's no online multiplayer.
So you just sitting at home playing with your buddies in the house. They got to come over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that sucks.
Why? Like, why is there no multi? Like, it's like right now that game is on sale for anybody who wants to check it out and get a decent price on it, because this is your time to do it. Target for $30, Walmart for $33, Best Buy for $25, and it's only on Switch. It's a Switch exclusive. It's a perfect game for Switch because it's that cartoony racing, right? Like it's a perfect thing for Switch.
How much for Switch?
A Switch, you can get a Switch Lite for $199. I believe they're even going to be cheaper on Friday. Polygon had that article out earlier today. In the show notes, I said Tay's going to be happy about these because it's all the sales, right? Like,
I was looking at that. I was like,
yeah, like I know you like good deals. But like, there's console deals out there. Like Nintendo restocked a bunch of different stores. The new OLED Switch is going to be available. It's not going to be on sale at all, but like you can get a Switch Lite for like $100. It's just, or $200. Sorry. It just doesn't, like, when you have an exclusive game, it needs to hit.
Yeah, it do. That is true. It definitely
even if it's not a first party title, it needs to hit. Like, there's zero reason that I should be like, man, that wasn't worth $40. Now, mind you, I did not pay full price. I did not get it for free either. So, like, they didn't send me a copy, right? We're talking about a game that I purchased. It's not something that, like, Game Mill Entertainment, who made that game, I'm pretty sure that's right. God, I hope I'm right on that one, because if I'm not, I'm bashing somebody else. But
yeah, go ahead and look it up, man.
I am because I know. They also made the thing is Game Mill also, if I remember correctly, made that Nickelodeon Kart Racers. So like they've made a decent racing game.
All right, so
like
yeah. But it's like with games like that.
Yeah. Yep. Game Mill Entertainment. I was correct. So we're not.
So are they not catering to the older generation no more? And they just like, we're just gonna throw something out here for the new millennials. And
I mean, I don't know, dude. I thought it was like I looked at it and went, okay, this reminds me of Cruising USA when I watched the trailer, and there's some crazy stuff in it. It's it's whatever. It's just not like it just didn't hit. It did like I wanted it to be that experience that I had when I played Cruising USA. And it just wasn't. It's on sale right now, so if people want to go and check it out, it's a good time to get it because it's cheaper. But like, and I'll play it some more because I want to see like if I spend more time with it, how will I feel? Like I'll probably stream it a bit just to get it. But I've been like, I said this last week on the show. Forza Horizon 5 is probably the best racing game I've ever played.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say definitely say that.
But it might legitimately be ruining. It might be ruining my experience with other racing games.
That could be possible because when I play Need for Speed and I play something else, it just ain't cutting it. Like I can't play Need for Speed and then go play Grand Theft Auto because driving the cars in there, it's like I don't even want to drive.
So like, I could be completely wrong on Cruising Blast. I could be. So everybody check it out for themselves. But like, I just think that ultimately Horizon's so good. Maybe I'm just poo-pooing on other racing games. But I think Hot Wheels was good. I think the Hot Wheels game is fun.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have. Yeah, that's two different ends of the spectrum, and Hot Wheels is like in the middle, so it's okay.
Yeah, but Cruising is like supposed to be like an over-the-top arcade racer too, right?
Right.
So like, I mean, they're not the exact same type of racing game, but like I've played 3 racing games this week. Hot Wheels is good, Cruising Blast is poo, and Forza Horizon 5 is probably the best game that I've played this year. Like I just don't get like that I probably other than Street Fighter and NBA Jam and NFL Blitz.
Right.
Yeah, okay, those 3. And then maybe the original Pac-Man, which I own now, so that doesn't really count. I probably put more time in Cruising USA than any other arcade game I ever played.
That's deep. That's very deep.
Like I loved that. I remember, I can tell you, Del Fair Bowling Lanes in Delhi had a sit-down driver of it.
Yep. Yeah.
Bro, I remember being in the lanes. My dad would be bowling, and my chubby butt would be sitting in the seat playing Cruising USA, driving. Like I know for a fact.
Hey, and the soundtrack to it was so dope.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was definitely so dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and I mean, maybe it's just not. When you go back and play some of the old games that you dug as a kid, you get back to them and you're like, man, it wasn't as good as I remember it. And maybe that's it. Like maybe it was just the nostalgia of it just wasn't, and it didn't hit. Like exclusive games for any console need to hit, and it just didn't for me. So
yeah, I definitely could feel that. Hey, but speaking of games taking times off, I know we get kind of like off track, but
whatever.
Mortal Kombat. They took off for a minute.
But between 10 and 11,
yeah,
world of difference between those two games.
True.
10 was good. 11 is great.
Yeah, so
11 is even good on the Switch. I have it on Switch and Xbox, and I'll tell you, I got more time in it on Switch because I can take it with me. But like, it was good.
But I think the next one, because they're taking their time with it, I think the next one is going to be off the chain.
They can't let it not be. I mean, like, it has to be better fight mechanic wise, like more balanced is maybe what I'm going at, like for the competitive scene.
Right.
But like I thought it was beautifully done. Like I love the blood. I'm like very few games am I, and we've talked about this before. I'm very few games am I into the bloody, gory, like hard, nasty, like whatever. That game is one of them. That game and like Sniper Elite, when the bullet zooms in and goes through somebody's neck and out the other side, like that, I'm down for that, right? Like the only reason I bring that up is because I found there was a collector's edition that had like a bullet that said "Kill Hitler" on it, and I found that today when I was moving some stuff around in the game room because like the couch is no longer here. Did you notice?
Right, I peeped that.
Yeah, it's no longer there. Yeah, so like it's over on the side of the room now. So, but I don't know, man. Like Mortal Kombat has to get more balanced in this next release, and I think I know you're into that series a lot more than I am, but my buddy Sean really digs it too, and he's pretty solid. I'd be interested to hear his thoughts on it. Maybe we can get him on a show and chat about that, or maybe on another cast or something.
Most definitely. I it's one game I really want them to bring back. And I'm praying that the video game gods are listening. Can we get a new version of Killer Instinct?
Well, we got the one on Xbox, right? And it was not really like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hit or miss for people. Like, I think the nostalgia was kind of there, but most people were like, meh.
Yeah. Well, Street Fighter. Because Street Fighter comes strong.
I liked Street Fighter 5. I thought it was good.
They keep putting out all these anniversary editions. I'm like, can we just get
there were people that didn't like Street Fighter. I was disappointed the original cast of Street Fighter because it didn't include a ton of people. But graphically, I thought it was beautiful. I also shout out to Jesse, who converted an old like arcade cabinet into an arcade Street Fighter 5 cabinet with a PS4 inside of it at Arcade Legacy. That was sick when he had that out on the floor. Like you'd be sitting in the car, like the car seat, playing Street Fighter on a.
That's why
it was sick. Like
that's why. Most definitely, man. Oh, well,
I'm reaching out to my buddy Sean right now just to see what.
Hold on. And since we're in the news and we got deals, everybody's getting deals for Black Friday. I put it in the news feed. Even the elite are suffering. The director of Resident Evil can't get his hands on a PS5.
Like, I directed a game that's released on this console and I don't have it.
Right.
So, in addition to that being pretty funny, there's a hard-drive.net had a parody article that they released today that says gamer insists PS5 he doesn't have is better than the Xbox Series X he also doesn't have. So anybody who wants to check that out, that one made me laugh because I was like, this makes me think of Tay, because it was like, no question, like there are people out there like, man, PlayStation 5 is sick, and you're like, it sure is, but none of us have them.
Right. Hey, we need to get a speedboat and go out to the ocean on one of the barges and be like, hey man, which one is the PlayStation? PlayStation lockup. Hey.
Yeah. It's funny. I think it's like it's one of those things where you're just like, all right, I can see this being an issue for people. But again, this is an issue because of worldwide shutdowns and like just the parts not being available. I get it to a certain extent. I deal with supply chain issues all day, every day. Like that's part of what I do with my job. They've got to get it fixed. Like this is Christmas number 2, right?
Yeah.
Like Christmas number 2. And I can't get one Like,
I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this out there to all you resellers. I'm looking at the camera. Let me take my glasses off. Let me take my glasses off so there ain't no glare. To all you resellers that are sitting on 3 and 4 PS5s, Xboxes, and you're going to jack the price up for the new holiday season and Black Friday, I hope you hit your toe on the end of the bed real hard.
Hope you step on a Hot Wheel. I hope you step on a Lego.
and trip. And I hope your Thanksgiving turkey is dirt dry. Okay.
Oh, bro. That's just wrong.
I'm saying.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I can't believe that they're still not available, but I understand because of the way that my job is and like all the issues with supply chain, like being a thing still. It's just frustrating. I think that as gamers and as fans of the industry, like we want everybody to be successful. How is Nintendo restocking Switches when that OLED Switch, like what's different in it? Like, did they go back and go, hey, the reason we're not going to release a 4K Switch is because we know that stuff's not going to be available to make it, so they just made the other one instead?
Well, take notes.
I mean, I wonder, like, the fact that they have it available makes me wonder if that's a thing.
They flying over here on cargo planes
and paying a ton of money to do it. Nike's doing that with shoes, just for a little inside baseball. Like they're putting shoes on planes and flying them over instead of doing them on cargo ships right now.
I don't blame them. It's like you lose some money. People trying to go through Canada, they try to go through Florida, they try to go through the Gulf, and then they try to go to the West Coast. It's like, all right, you got all these ships sitting on the water, and hopefully no more of them sinks because they ran out of gas and all that, and they've been out there for months. But it's like you don't have people working the ports, so they're still going to be sitting.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know, I get it. Like, and it's frustrating. So, like, there was an article out today. And we were talking about FIFA earlier, but there is another actual soccer game out there. It's called eFootball. It used to be Winning 11, and then it was Pro Evolution Soccer. The USL Championship is actually going to be in that game. So the league right below MLS is going to be in that game in the spring. Like they're going to do an update with it. Well, I'm wondering if that will help drive more competition. But eFootball is only available like on next gen. I think at this point, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I was gonna wipe off my PS4, put it back in the box, wrap it up, and give it to myself again for the holidays.
Right? Yeah, like maybe I can give myself a new PS4 again.
Again. And it's crazy, man. Like this is definitely hilarious. And for people out there that have the older systems, we have a little bit of good news because I know my niece and my daughter, they play Fortnite. Chapter 2 is in December.
Yeah, but what's Chapter 3 gonna hold?
I don't know. They've been kind of quiet about it.
They're always quiet. Like everything is like super secretive until it's not, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, well, look at this. Now, one real cool thing, and I don't know if you saw this or not, and I didn't include it in the news, but while we're talking about Fortnite and Epic Games bought Harmonix this week. So they bought the studio that made Rock Band. If anyone can capitalize off of DLC and Rock Band, it's Epic. They legitimately have figured out a way to completely fund Fortnite without charging anything for the game itself. And I bet you the average, I'd be interested in finding this out, and I'm sure the stats out there. What has the average Fortnite player paid in stuff in that game? I bet we've had that stat before, right?
Hold on. I'm about to, let's look this up.
Yeah. well over what you would have paid for the game. The average, this is as of February 2020. The average spent was $102.42.
The average player spent wow.
So, like, I mean, that's a huge chunk.
And that's millions of people playing.
Yeah. So, like, and that's from 2018 to 2020, like a survey that they released. Like, over the last 2 years, what have you spent? And in 2018, it was $84.67. So now, like, you're already looking at an increase over a 2-year span. And I bet you that there's people that spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that game.
Right. Because every time I look up, hey, can we get some money for a new skin? This and new weapon, this. I'm up for like.
Now they get me when they put out Marvel characters. Like it was like, oh, here you go, buddy. Here's Black Panther, and I was like, I hate y'all. Like, cause they knew they're like, oh, they're Black Panther, and then they're like, oh, and here's Captain America, and I went, oh my god. And then I was like, please just stay away from DC, right? I was like, just avoid DC, and I won't have to get Batman. I'll be okay. Then they released like 4 different Batman skins. I'm like, here we go again. Just shut up and take my money.
You should have a special savings account just for gaming.
I do. There's never anything in it though, bro. It's gone. Like it's always like that. It's like, all right, that's where I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to buy these games every year. Like I just can't. And then they're not giving me enough reason to. So there's that. But, we're complaining about random things in games, but there are like some things that we're thankful for in gaming, right? And just in general. So we talked about this show about what we're thankful about. I think it's cool that we get to sit here every Wednesday night and talk about games and that we've got, an opportunity to do that more often. I'm pretty thankful for that.
I never thought I'd be here.
Right? Yeah, like there's a lot of different ideas and things out there that we've talked about and things we want to do with what we do in gaming and music and movies and art and all that stuff that we like to talk about. But when it comes to Thanksgiving meals, right? Like Thanksgiving meals, other than the preparation that goes into the Thanksgiving meal that looks like this, right? The preparation, getting ready for Thanksgiving. And then when people arrive, it's like, but like, what is your favorite thing for Thanksgiving dinner? Like, what's your favorite food?
All right. My favorite food will be mashed potatoes and gravy.
All right.
Candy yams. Mac and cheese and the dark meat on the turkey with hot sauce. See, this thing I do. I take the hot mac and cheese, and the dark meat usually holds the most juice and flavor. And I break it up and mix it in with my mac and cheese and throw hot sauce on the top. Man,
Frank, hold on. When you say hot sauce, you mean Frank's Red Hot?
Yeah. What other hot sauce? No, Frank's Red Hot, but if you're down south, Louisiana or Texas Pete.
Texas Pete?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's yours?
Frisch's pumpkin pie. And I'm not just saying that because we're on Team Frisch's channel. Straight up. I would say that one stream. It is one of my favorite. I don't like pie. God's honest truth. Do not like any kind of pie.
Apple.
Nothing. I'm not a crust guy either, right? Like, so I'm not digging it. The pumpkin pie from Frisch's with Cool Whip or Ready Whip, like you spray, like the terrible stuff that you spray in that little can, shake up, whatever. Frisch's pumpkin pie is by far my favorite thing in Thanksgiving dinner. Like, as soon as they're like, pumpkin pie is available, see my car roll around that drive-thru. One pumpkin pie, please. Do you need anything else today? I do
No.
not. I do not. Not this time. They're like, are you sure you don't want a big boy with that? No, just give me the whole pumpkin pie. Wait, you want a whole one, not a piece? Yes, a whole one. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my most favorite thing. My least favorite thing is like when people disappoint with a ham. I am not a ham person. And sometimes you get like somebody will make like a ham with like honey glaze instead of turkey. That is like let down city, bro. Like
my least favorite thing. And if you put it on my plate, I would throw my whole plate away and try to fight you. Do not. Now, let me take my glasses off. Do not put cranberry sauce or anything cranberry on my freaking plate. I would throw the whole plate away. I'm sorry.
Hold on. When you say cranberry sauce, you mean the stuff that slides out of the can, like in the gelatin form? Or are you talking about like, oh no, see, that stuff is a guaranteed must have.
No, I can't stand it. No,
the stuff that still, when you slide it out of the can, still has the ribs from the side of the can.
Yes. And you just cut it. Yeah, no.
You have to have that, bro. That is not an option. That has to be somewhere. Like, we go to my father-in-law's house, and he has like some random cranberry sauce that is probably much nicer than that. Like, and I'm always like, hey, where's the stuff from the can? I bring it because it's got to be there. That with mashed potatoes and gravy. Mm-hmm.
No,
yes, please.
Do not. You can't put that on my plate and it touches my other food. I would throw the whole plate away. I'm sorry.
It is so good. You are so wrong on this one. Like, you're so wrong. That is by far like the most underrated thing in all of Thanksgiving food.
Like I guess it's me then, because like even with my greens, I eat my greens in a bowl. I don't put it on a plate with the rest of my food.
Well, I mean, I know people that do that. Like, there are some people that don't like their stuff to touch. Like, those divider paper plates are like a must-have.
Not like I don't mind it touching. I don't like the juice. And then it's like with the cranberry sauce on a plate. Then you got all this sweetness leaking into my other food. No, don't put that on my plate. I will make you upset and throw the whole plate away.
So good. All right. So outside of the food realm, what's something that you're thankful for this year?
Mental health is something that's not talked about a lot, but mental health is something I'm very thankful for this year. All the things that's going on in this world. And then us as men, I'm very thankful for mental health and having people to talk to. And also, I'm also thankful to have a supportive team around me, no matter what I'm doing, from gaming to DJing to whatever. I got friends and family around that rock with me, like 4 flats on a car. We roll until the wheels fell off. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Okay. Oh man, I think I was trying to think about like just one thing, and it's so hard. Like, I'm thankful that I get up every day and go to work. Like, that I have a job, because there are so many people that don't right now. But for me, I think the thing that I'm most thankful for is the opportunity to work in fields that I really do have a passion for.
Amen.
You know, like, I'm not getting up, and this is nothing against my previous job. Like, I had zero interest in accounting. Like, I just have little to no interest in what I was doing. Great people that worked there, like lifelong friends. I'm sure, like, I still keep in touch with a lot of them. But like, to be working with like soccer all day, like to getting basically talk about soccer and then get to do something like this with video games. And I mean, obviously I have soccer things behind me. Everybody kind of knows at this point, like, but to get to do that every day and share that with other people has been really, really cool. So I'm super thankful for that. On the gaming front, though, what game or accessories have you like been super thankful for this year.
Okay. I know everybody's gonna say he's gonna say Madden and 2K. Yeah.
I should put up a big old facts logo across the screen. Facts.
Yeah. I would say the show.
Okay. Which is on sale right now on Xbox for $8.99, y'all.
Yeah.
$9.
The show, Grand Theft Auto Online. And the last but not least of the video games, I would have to say, hold on, I got to pull this one out. Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been getting into it, and on the accessory side, my backbone and my Switch. My Switch is somewhere around here in this room.
One of them is around here somewhere. I have one on the couch. I have one over here, and then one behind me. Yeah. So, man, this is a hard one for me, and I know I'm the one that posed the question, which is kind of funny. So, the Fixture S1, everybody knows, has been my favorite accessory.
You can't use that one.
So yeah, no, I know that's what I would say. So I'm sure I've eliminated these, but like when they get the new OLED model, like as soon as that bad boy gets announced, Fixture S1, we gotta talk because I need it. Like I need it like yesterday. So if that's in production and you want to send me a model to show off and review, I'd be more than happy to do that for you.
Shameless plug.
Oh yeah, like they're not a sponsor, and they probably won't see this clip. Although I'm gonna clip it out later and put it on Facebook
and tag them
for sure. I think it's probably the best accessory. The game that I'm surprisingly most thankful for is actually Forza Horizon 5, and I know I've been talking a lot about how great it is. It's a game that, like, when I don't want to do anything else and I just want to drive around and do like, I used to go out for drives, like actually in the car and just go and drive around, right? Like to just clear my mind, relax a little bit. Like I'd take a little drive.
Right.
Gas is like $4 a gallon. I'm not doing that anymore. Like it's not a thing. Like it's just not. Even with great gas mileage, I'm not like, let's go take a ride just to take a ride. Nope. So that game has really hit me in that point where it's like it hits, unlike Cruise and Blast.
I knew he was about to go after that.
But like Forza hits home. Like it's such a good game. It is so good. Playground games, like the exciting part for me about it, and it's something that I don't know if most people have even considered this at this point. Playground Games that made Forza Horizon 5 is working on the next Fable. That's the development company that's making the next Fable, people.
That's the two different.
Yes, but if Forza Horizon 5 is as beautiful as it is,
Fable is going to be off the chain.
Right. Like, there's zero question in my mind that Fable is probably going to be one of the best looking games we've ever seen on this generation. And there are others that I'm looking forward to. Like I'm looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation 5. Like I think that game's going to look amazing. The next God of War will probably be like off the hook. Yeah. But like they have set the bar so high with Forza Horizon 5 that now I'm looking at waiting for Fable. And I like they have nothing to do with one another, like except for the development company being the same.
No question.
Yeah.
All right, you got Need for Speed, you got Forza. What was the other racing game? It was
Gran Turismo?
Yes. That's what it was. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Gran Turismo was really good. It just doesn't like it's not
Forza's competition.
Yeah.
For a minute.
But this Horizon is more of an arcade racer than a simulation racer like the other Forzas are.
Right.
It is just like it's different. It's like next level. I don't know how to even explain like how beautiful it is. I just say I have no idea because I literally am just like it's so good. If you go out there and look for the clips, like from
No,
the
I seen
Xbox, like
the gameplay is crazy, and that's why I was like, that's one of those you really got to buy the chair and put the steering wheel and the gear shift on it, and just sit down and actually roll in.
Like I can't get enough of that game. Like it is that good. It's such a different mix. Like it's hard to explain to people like how good that game is. And Forza Motorsport was really good. Project Cars is good. Like I love racers. Like Forza Horizon 2 had a Fast and the Furious like expansion, and I remember playing the crap out of that. Forza Horizon 5 makes that game look like it's one of the worst. Yeah, like one of the worst games you've ever played.
Go use a word. Makes it look like poo.
Little poo. Little poo. Shout out to my buddy Ron that always calls everything poo. But yeah, like it definitely just doesn't like that's the game that I'm probably most thankful for this year, and I'm looking most forward to playing more. Like I probably will get done tonight after the show and after we wrap up and do everything and be like, all right, let's play some Forza. I don't like the music is good, the soundtrack is really good. And this is coming from a guy who played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on every console that ever released on. I even did the remastered on Switch. I probably have 7 or 8 games. What are you doing, buddy? You gonna say hi? Parker, say hi.
What's up, man?
Yeah, we're live right now, so you can say hi to people. Thanks for coming down to say hi. All right. That's Tay. We'll talk later. But yeah, so very rarely do I not have a screen up like blocking everybody, but he just came down and he poked his head around and waved, and I was like, all right, come on. But yeah, so like I play a ton of racers, and I'm not any good at them. But that game really hits for me. So
well, that's what we was talking about that earlier. It's like you have people that master one game and they're not satisfied. It's like I'd rather be good at a whole lot of games than be a master of one.
Well, like I used to play FIFA competitively, right? Like
Get back into it.
I don't want to focus on one game anymore. Like it's not my thing. Like I want to play all kinds of different stuff. Like that's where I'm at. Like I'm like, yeah, I don't want to just play one game or 2 games. Like I want to come out and I want to be able to play whatever I feel like playing whenever I feel like playing it. Right? Like
definitely feel that.
And that's what makes it hard, because it's like I want to play FIFA a lot. I would love to get competitive again, but like I missed so many really good games in like 2009, 2010, 2011, like when I was playing competitive, like really competitively, because I was only playing FIFA.
Yeah, well, we are in a different time and space. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
It's completely different. Like I have like I want to sit down and play an hour of whatever, like random stuff. Like I play a ton of Mario, and I know like every week there's some Mario game on my list of stuff that I've played, right? But like I think I probably missed every Mario game released on the Wii U because I was playing FIFA all the time.
So you ain't even just go buy them and sit them on the shelf. Nothing.
Well, yeah. Like I didn't. So I have a Wii U, and I probably own 4 games for that console at this point. I know I have Smash Brothers. I know I had Wonderful 101, because I was like, I have to play that game. And then I had Assassin's Creed 3 because I wanted to play it with the screen and see what it was like.
Right.
And then I had some other random Nintendo like first party game on there. But like I didn't do much on the Wii U. And I love that console, actually. And I went back and played some of the games on it since, but like I missed a lot of that stuff because I was playing competitively. And I know some of these guys that play and girls that play like CSGO, like Mark played a ton of CSGO. Like he has hundreds of hours in that game. But I bet when he was playing it like super competitively, he wasn't playing much of anything else.
Yeah, I definitely get it. That's how I was when I was going like full steam playing Madden.
Yeah.
That's when we actually sat in the same room and we had like Jillian's or David Buster's or something. Right across from each other talking trash. Like, hey, you know. Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like you're just missing out on a lot of that stuff, like when you get in the competitive scene. So, I mean, it's just not my thing anymore. Like, do I want to go back and play? Yeah. Like, and I've had people reach out about playing in a competitive FIFA league again. And everybody's like, yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. But like, I'm not interested in spending all that time just playing one game anymore. So I'm not sure that's what's going to work for me. But like, again, I think that we're lucky. It's like, what a great time to be alive. Like there's all kinds of crap going on that we're not happy about in the world and whatever. But like the games that are out now are just so good.
They are good. And it is
just so good.
It actually helped people get through a lot with everything that's going on. Even when we had the recession and all that, I think the gaming industry was only one of the industries that didn't really take a hit. And it's like now the gaming industry is really helping people get through the craziness that's going on in the world. So
for sure. And I'm sure we'll talk about that more in the future. We are out of time.
Yep, forever gamer.
Show. Forever. Yes, we're almost a game over here for us. So thanks for watching this Thanksgiving episode. Hopefully we'll have Mark back with us next week. We'll reach back out to him. Hopefully everything's okay and we're good. We were expecting to see him tonight, but hopefully everything's good.
He's cooking in the kitchen.
I'm sure it's just the holiday distractions, right? Like it's one of those things. But we will see you all next week. We do not have a topic for the show yet, but it is our first episode in the month of December, and it's a 5-episode month. 5 episodes in December. We know what the last episode will be.
Yeah,
December 29th. December 29th is going to be our Game of the Year episode with all of our recaps on what our games of the year are and all those categories. So be sure to check that one out. But as we lead up to it, we'll have some other cool episodes for you as well. So be sure to check us out on social media. I'm at Touched Artist.
At DJ Tay Boogie.
And we will see you all next time. And you can always join us on the post show. Follow us on social media so you know where to check that stuff out. We'll see you all next time. And everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't overdo it.
Overeat. Don't overdrink.
That's it. Like, you can overeat. Don't overdrink. Hey, if you're going out with family and you are drinking while you're out, please do not drink and drive.
Be safe.
Let's keep each other safe. And we will see you all on the next show.
Same channel, same time.
Yep. 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday nights.